You ever heard the thing? Houston, we have a problem. Going through social media now is fun. And being an observer of social media and how it has evolved in the past probably 5 years, since COVID especially, is sad at the same time. And here's why. We're now living in a time where people, our brothers and sisters, are so spiritually depleted that they try to be a representation of a self that is not true to them. So many people now use social media as a way of therapy without people knowing. You go undiagnosed for feeling so much lack of not having people around you who are telling you that they love you, that you can be the best version of yourself. And people, I think, turn to social media. And this is why social media is this place where everybody chat everything. Things that people keep secret 10 years ago. Just go past social media and keep scrolling. And you can literally scroll every single day. So the devil that everybody is afraid of, this devil that everybody says is in this burning pit, and that's where you have to go down, way deep down in hell. Nah, it's right here on your screens where you scroll up every day. See, the greatest marketing plan is this one that feeds your brain and tell you, you need this to feel as if you're accepted. You need to be a representation of this person because this is a trend. It's not feeding your soul, it's feeding your ego. And because of that, there are so many people now who don't know what to do with themselves because the trend is changing too fast for them to catch up. And what happens is when the spirit starts to dissect itself away from the body, because what the body and the ego is doing does not feed the spirit anymore, you start seeing a carcass of a person on screen after a while. And they're seeking friendship where there are no real friends. They're just people who are also feeding into something that makes them laugh, but it's so temporary. Something that makes them free to judge. On social media, it's an easy place for people to sit down in their misery and just judge somebody instead of looking in a mirror and judging themselves and say, you know what, you're not really kind to yourself. Maybe you should start saying kinder words. Instead of having that person face themselves in that, they use social media. And they see somebody else that's reflecting something that's a mirror of them. And they start to judge this person. And you're taking on so much of this weight, you start feeling depleted. And as your spirit steps aside and allow you to make these unhealthy choices, then you start feeling as if you have no life left into you. And the fun continues because the devil or the devil consciousness comes out to play and finds another next trend that somebody else is really good at, and everybody changes their lens or switches their channel or clicks on the phone, and this is the next best thing. And then what happens to you? If you have depleted yourself spiritually, then you don't know, why am I here? Why is it that people don't like me anymore? Because it was an illusion. It wasn't real. It was yourself playing a part, just like you watching a movie. So all of us who's on the screen doing this, and the ones of us who decides to put our faces and our voices out there, try to do something that is uplifting for at least yourself. Something that when you're done, you feel spiritually filled. I'm not telling you to come out here and talk about God. If you don't want to, it's fine. But talk about kindness and talk about peace and talk about love and tell your story. Not anyone else's. Not what's in trend. Not the atrocities. But tell what you went through and the triumph that you look forward to, or the triumph that you've had. And the more you do that, you see the darkness, this devil consciousness that is depleting so many people of their energies. It slowly will start to wither away and the light will start to expand on this social media. So I'm sorry for the people who feel as if the life has been sucked out of it, sucked out of you, because it really has been sucked out of you. It's a devil consciousness. It's the energy of darkness that you don't even understand is on your screens, that you go through every single 30 seconds, something new. And AI is so brilliant. It keeps feeding you the same thing, the same topics, the same stories, keeping you in this portal of I need, and I lack, and I lack, and I lack, and I'm not good enough, instead of having you face the reality that, you know what? I can change this channel and I can start doing something that makes me feel good. And when you start feeling good in yourself, you will never go on social media and look at another person who is a representation of yourself and judge them and be bitter to them and be mean to them. Why? Because you were able to fix you first. You were able to love you first and accept yourself first. And pour yourself with light. And your soul will give you a bubbly feeling of acceptance that nothing anyone else says or does, or there's no trend that will come in that is not feeding your soul, will bother you. So I'm sorry to tell you, the devil that you've been looking for is not in this pit somewhere that you think after you die you might go to this pit or not. No, you're living it right now. Think about it for a second. Food for thought.